I've had the Discover It cashback for over 8 years at this point, and for good reason. It's provided me a significant amount of cashback value, and it's one of those cards that's really easy for me to recommend since I truly believe it can provide a lot of value for such a wide range of people. The most valuable thing this card has to offer are the rotating 5% quarterly categories. Now in the past, Discover used to lay out the entire year's quarterly categories ahead of time, but now they've moved over to a system where they announce the categories about a month before each quarter begins. As a customer, it can make it a little more challenging to plan my credit card strategy without knowing what's coming up, but I still absolutely recommend having this card in your wallet if you're looking to maximize your cash back. So this is how it works. When the quarterly 5% category gets announced, you'll have the ability to go into your account and activate the 5% back. This is a required step before you can start earning the elevated cash back on your purchases, but Discover does have an option where you can have them send you a reminder to activate. The quarterly categories Discover offers are actually quite nice. For Q1 2023, which is January through March, we had grocery stores, drugstores, and select streaming services. Now for Q2 2023, which is April through June, the 5% category is restaurants and wholesale clubs. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of value to be had from these categories. That is, unless you shop at Costco. And that's because in the United States, Costco only accepts Visa when shopping in the warehouse. But you can use Discover on their website, and they do sell Costco gift cards on the website, so that's always an option. Now, my personal favorite category is the PayPal category, which was actually last offered during Q3 of 2022. And I like this category in particular because of how easy it is to use PayPal when shopping online. And by the way, Discover switches these categories up every year, so it's not really possible to predict which categories are going to be offered based on past data. Also, the 5% cashback is not unlimited. You'll be able to earn a maximum of $75 in cashback per quarter, which comes out to $1,500 in spend. Now, all spend outside of the 5% quarterly categories is going to earn you a flat 1% cashback, which is unlimited. But the nice thing is, Discover has a handy little tracker progress bar thingy on their website and on their app where you can see exactly how much cashback you've earned in the quarterly category thus far. This can definitely be helpful so you can maximize the category without going over the maximum cashback limit. And the Discover It cashback has no annual fee and no foreign transaction fees. So it's honestly just pure profit. Although, even though it has no foreign transaction fees, acceptance of Discover overseas is going to be very limited. So I definitely recommend taking a Visa on any foreign trips. But how do you actually stand a chance of getting approved for this card? Well, for the Discover It cashback, which is the card we're talking about in this video, you'll want to have good credit before applying, which generally means you'll want a 700 or higher FICO score. But if you're maybe a little lower than 700, or you just want to get a better idea of whether or not you're going to be approved, using Discover's pre-approval tool is going to be the best way to check. Now, while the pre-approval tool doesn't guarantee you'll be approved, there's absolutely no harm in checking it since it's not going to have any impact on your credit. Now, if you aren't pre-approved, or if your FICO score is much lower than 700, Discover does have a couple options that can potentially get you in the door. And these options are the Discover It secured card and the Discover It student cashback. With these cards, you can actually product change up to the regular Discover It cashback in the future, but at the time of recording this video, Discover's product change service is actually unavailable since they're working on enhancing it to make it an even simpler process. And that actually brings me to two more points I wanted to make sure you're aware of when it comes to Discover credit cards. First, if you do open up a Discover credit card, you're gonna have to wait until that card is at least 1 year old until you can open up a second. And secondly, you can only have 2 Discover credit cards open at the same time. In my opinion, not a big deal since they don't offer that wide of a range of products, but it's just something to keep in mind. Now, if you decide to get this card, you want to make sure to get the best welcome offer possible. The public welcome offer, the one that you get when you simply go to discover.com and apply for the card, is an unlimited cashback match where Discover will double all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year. Now, remember, if we were only using this card for the 5% categories, the maximum we can get is $75 per quarter or $300 per year. And if you happen to max out all 4 quarters and hit the $300 cap, Discover will double it, meaning you've effectively gotten 10% back in the 5% categories throughout the year. Now, by using my referral link down below, you'll get that unlimited cashback match, but now you'll also get a $100 statement statement credit the first time you use the card. And it actually doesn't matter how much you spend that first time you use the card. You can spend 50 cents and you're still gonna get that $100 statement credit. Now, that's a really sweet deal, especially since most credit cards require you to spend much more money in order to qualify for their welcome bonuses. The Discover It cashback also currently comes with a 0% APR offer on purchases and balance transfers for 15 months, which can certainly be helpful if you're carrying high interest credit card debt on another card. Now, of course, these offers are subject to change at any time, so make sure to check the current offers before you apply. I don't recommend getting into the habit of carrying a balance on your credit cards, but if you're already carrying a balance on a card that has, say, 25% interest, using a balance transfer offer like this can be super helpful as it allows you to focus on paying down the principal by temporarily removing the interest aspect. Be very careful with offers like these, however, because if you miss a payment or you don't pay off the balance in full by the time the intro APR offer expires, you could get hit with all of the interest that would have accrued during the time you were carrying the balance. You want to go in with the strategy to have the principal fully paid off by the time the intro APR expires. And if you do decide to take advantage of the intro APR offer, keep in mind that balance transfers do incur a balance transfer fee of 3 to 5% of the balance that you're transferring to the card. Now, a question I get a lot is, which credit bureau is Discover gonna pull from when you apply? So Discover heavily relies on Equifax, but they've actually been known to pull from any of the 3 credit bureaus depending on the state you live in. And another thing I like about Discover is that they provide some pretty healthy starting limits. For me, when I opened my account back in 2015, they gave me an $11,500 limit, and fast forward to today, my limit is sitting at $16,000. Now, that's without ever requesting a credit line increase. If you have this card or decide to get this card, let us know down below. What was your starting limit? Another helpful feature that Discover offers is access to your TransUnion FICO Score 8. In my opinion, this is a bit better than using Credit Karma or Credit Sesame, which provides your Vantage Score. And this is because Vantage Score isn't used by as many lenders. But honestly, either scoring model is going to give you an overall picture of your credit health. Now, I really like how Discover's FICO Credit Scorecard presents your data in an easily digestible package where they give you explanations of how the different factors may be impacting your score. And they also show a historical graph of your FICO score, which is really nice to look back on to see any trends in your score. One thing that Discover is known for is their great customer service. Being able to get a customer service rep on the phone in order to help you through any questions or concerns you may be having can really make or break the experience and your viewpoints of the company as a whole. There's nothing worse than running into an issue with a financial product and feeling as if nobody cares enough to help you through it. This is especially important when you're new to credit cards and you find yourself needing help navigating the card and the different features it comes with. Now, as for the physical card, it has all the modern features such as an EMV chip as well as NFC for tap to pay. I like that with the Discover It cashback card, all of your personal information is on the back, making the front of the card look very sleek. Now, when I got this Ruby design, I feel like there were a handful of different designs that I could choose from, but I'm looking at the different designs they offer now, and wow, there's 163 you can choose from. They even have a Braille design, which I think is awesome. Hats off to Discover for allowing so many different customization options. And Discover makes it really easy to replace your card with a new design, or you can even add a new card design, with each user able to have up to 4 card designs active at the same time. And ordering new cards is completely free. I'm actually going to order a few new designs because some of these look pretty sweet. And if I can leave you with one piece of advice, it's to always turn on auto pay. No matter how good you think your memory is, just set it up, because I guarantee one day you're going to forget to make that payment on time and you're going to get hit with that $41 late fee. Now, I may or may not be speaking from experience. In this video, I cover what I personally believe to be one of the most beneficial cards of our time. Thanks for watching. Peace.